Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Matthew, and I'm playing Clever Stitch, the Tabaxi Arcane Archer.
Caitlin, I'm playing Fable Frost, the Ice Genasi Phoenix Soul Sorcerer.
Hi, I'm Eric, and I'm playing Sirach, the Arakakra Horizon Walker Ranger.
Howdy y'all, this is Maz. I'll be playing Talroth Oakenblade, the Wood Elf Scout.
Okay, do we have any announcements before we get into tonight's adventure?
I mean, I feel like Eric's board is just telling us all we need to know in the background there.
Nightwear on Elm Street went super well. However, we decided, because it's a great show, to extend ticket sales until tonight. So if you want to grab a ticket to see it, you can still grab one tonight. The show will be online for your viewing pleasure as many times as you want until the 22nd. So buy a ticket tonight, watch it on the 21st, or watch it 40 times between now and then. It's up to you.
That's so many times for such a niche show. I love
it. Well, it's opera, pop, musical theater, burlesque, all in one. So it hits all of the niches.
Yeah.
I mean, sign me up, but okay.
Okay. Mars, do you have anything?
Nope, everything's pretty quiet on my end.
Sounds good. Eric?
We getting there, fam. We doing it, and by we, I mean absolutely zero help from me. But if you go to Ready Go Music and check out the YouTube page of my fantastic fiance and her music education templates that she's making, rhythm play-alongs, we are almost, and again I say we, very little help from me entirely whatsoever, just taking the credit, are this close to 6,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel. So, just get over there, take a look, watch some videos, let the commercials run. It's really up to you, but go check out these fantastic musical aids.
Eric, are you a little quiet? Is that just
I was
me?
just typing that in the group chat.
Okay, legitimately.
So quiet.
Here we go. Better?
Yes,
there you are. You're a person
Okay.
now.
There we wonderful. Yes. Ready, go, music.
We heard you. It was just quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought Matthew was like a hint quiet, and then I was like, Eric's real quiet. Oh man, is my stuff broken? Like, what did I do? I heard Mars. I think I heard Caitlin. I can barely hear me. Oh man. All right.
Nah.
Okay.
I got a little bird in my ear that told me I was very loud, so I adjusted volume, and then I got another bird in the form of y'all who said I was not.
Sorry.
Yeah, to be fair, I feel like the bird in your ear has a skewed view because she can hear you both places.
I mean, quite possibly.
I love you, Sydney, but like, you can't be objective here. You're sitting in the room. You can hear him in your headphones and in real life. You don't get a say.
Caitlin, we should all be so lucky.
I wish she could hear me both places. I wish Sydney was sitting right behind my curtain. I have no one behind my curtain. My curtain is empty.
Peel back the curtain. What could be there?
No, don't do that. Terrifying.
All right.
Not her, just in general.
I know.
Let's get going, guys, shall we?
Yeah.
Our adventure takes place in the land of Lickdracht. It is a land of myth, of legend, a land bereft of gods. Our heroes are members of the Magnus Exploratorium. They are traveling across this land to a great ancient site known as the Forge, but currently they have stopped off to venture into the dangerous beholder's den known as Velxer's Teeth, an outcropping of mountains produced seemingly through some magical means. They have aligned themselves with Athel the Awful, a assassin and self-proclaimed traitor of many people. They have planned a daring heist. Their goal is to recover Dawnbringer, Olarune's patron blade, perhaps, or at the very least, one of the arms of the fated, a weapon of destiny used to right history in blood. It lies within the beholder's grasp. And so we are picking up with what has been dubbed as the stealth group. You guys have been traveling now across the lands of Lickdracht to Velxer's Teeth. And if I am not mistaken, I think it is about a 4 or 5 day journey to Velxer's. And I'm trying to, there it is.
Eric's got his hand raised.
Oh, yes.
I just wanted to make mention, it's something I had forgotten to mention before, but when we did a level up, when we were doing the, when we were going by the mountain with the strange lights before, I actually took my second favored terrain and I made it mountains. So there's a real good chance that we're going to have a bit of an advantage going up the side of this mountain. But that said, all the favorite terrain stuff is applicable to mountains for our group.
Okay, sounds good. Well,
Bless you, bird. Bless you.
Before we get there, you guys, Matthew, you know what day we picked off on?
So, the last game was on the 20th of dusk, and I think we were just basically leaving the next day.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys have set out. It is 6 days across land for you guys to make it to the base of the mountains. And then it is a difficult climb up the mountains. The mountains are more akin to rocky shoals that would destroy ships were there water to bash them against. They are razor-like outcroppings of obsidian and volcanic glass that layer along the outside. They look as though there were blades beneath it and jutted up into the sky, most of them standing at least the height of a tall man, which I don't think any of you are particularly tall, if I am not mistaken. You had split up with your fellow teammates some day or two hence. They're completing the rest of their journey down on water. Their journey is considerably much shorter than yours, but you guys have made the arrangements to time your entry as such. So, in front of you, you stand at the base, in the back of Velxer's Teeth. And you suddenly see where the mountain range gets its name. They are sharp, jagged, and wicked. Awful is with you, and he, despite his normally stoic, dark nature, is lifting his head to see the task before you. It's probably the best chance any of you are getting to actually see his face. He's an older man, maybe half elven, maybe human. We can't really see his ears. His features are sharp. His stubble is 5 o'clock, maybe closer to 7 o'clock, but perpetual. And his armor is a heavy hide sort of armor, thick with furs and padding. And it is, you realize and recognize, not his traditional garb. This morning he dressed for the current task. It is a few days up this mountain. Normally, you would suspect with the difficult terrain and traveling on a mountain anyway, you would be traveling another 6 or so days. But because of your ranger's ability and this being his favorite terrain, it is going to be 3 days up the mountain. And this is all, you guys would have planned for all of that, right? So what we're going to do is a series of skill challenges.
Skill test!
Yeah, we're going to do some skill tests, okay? We're going to do them... We'll do the first day, we'll do the second day, we'll do the third day, right? Athletics, survival, acrobatics, perception. If you guys can think of others, you are welcome to. If you have any special abilities that you may wish to try, you are welcome to do that as well. So it is up to you how you would like to begin. Day one, you are at the base of the mountains. The outcroppings are relatively thin here. You can see the paths that other people have attempted to trailblaze before. And I will say that you guys have, I'm going to call them dedication points from Affle. There's about 3 times he will jump in to try to save you, to try to make sure that this goes off without a hitch.
To add to a check to like do his advantage, like what?
Sure. Yeah. We'll be creative with it, but it could be something along those lines. If he needs to make a check in your place, if he needs to give you advantage, or if you fail something and he can try to jump in and make a saving throw, you know, to assist along the way. But if at some point you guys start to fall behind, he's just gonna go to make the timing and get his part of the heist done, right? So you're at the base of... Yeah, go ahead.
Are we only allowed one, like, among the group of us, only one of us can do acrobatics? Only one of us can do it, or are we able to double up on those?
Let's say once per day.
Gotcha.
Okay. Once per day. So, among these jagged, rocky cliff faces and volcanic glass outcroppings, as you guys are getting closer to them, you're now within touching distance of them, and you can see that some of these, the obsidian is very glass-like. It's very razor-like. You can tell how this is very dangerous. One of the things that you guys do have from your climbing kits, and I think you may have borrowed, let's say, a forging hammer or crowbar or something along those lines, is shattering glass. Is a reasonable thing. You have to do so in a cautious manner, so that you can still use those stumps and those rock pieces as pick points, basically. Your rope of climbing is magical. It will repair itself. However, the glass is also magical, at least in a partial way. So it can cut the rope if a particularly bad climb happens. Doesn't mean your rope is destroyed. It'll mend itself overnight and be back by dawn. But this is the task in front of you guys. So how would you guys like to begin tackling this on day one?
I would like to using circus knowledge, try to climb using acrobatics and tie some good sturdy knots with the rope in good places, and sort of use my climbing background of performing to find the best places to lock in.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Are you using the rope of climbing, or are you using the standard?
I'm gonna go standard
kit?
and then drop the rope of climbing back down for the team.
Okay.
So like I've got solid climbing skills, so I figure if I get up and then I tie it off and dangle it down to them, they'll have an easier time.
Mm-hmm.
The rope of climbing can technically snake its way up and tie itself
By
off?
itself, then I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and make an acrobatics check. I don't think acrobatics benefits from the rope of climbing, but if somebody would like to use that on an athletics check in the future, that is viable.
Okay. 24.
24. Yeah, absolutely. So, Awful leads you guys down one of the paths that he knows at least had made greater progress. And at some point, you begin to snake your way up into the heights of the mountains before, hopefully, you'll find another ledge outcropping or a place by which you can walk and climb and stand, right? Fable, you get out in front with the rope, a little bit of tightrope walking, some gentle climbing up along the sides there. I would like you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Dice down!
Oh no.
Oh no. I don't know where it went. I'll find it later.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Just a check?
Save.
Save. Okay. 27.
27. Wow,
Or,
nice.
No, 26. Sorry, 26. I did not nat 20. I nat 19. 26.
Still very good. Yeah, so you get up to the top, and you find a group of jutted out stone blades that you can sort of prop your feet between, and you're up there picking glass out of your hands. It's sort of like a champagne glass or one of those like crushed in your hands. So they're small pieces, and the climbing kit probably has some gloves, but stuff has gotten underneath it. So it's probably a point or two of damage, but nothing that is ongoing or serious. Who's up next?
I'll do a survival check,
Okay.
and I will ascertain the safest routes and the safest places for us to start climbing up and through.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and make the survival check. You get advantage for being in mountains. Is that what I understand?
Not advantage. My proficiency bonus is doubled for
Perfect.
proficient skills.
Great. Let's do it.
That's beautiful.
Yes. So instead of a +5 to survival, I now have a +8.
Great.
Which is going to be nice with my 17 roll for a +25.
Plus 25, absolutely. The winds do whip around, but they are, in their gusts, nothing that you can't handle, Sirach. And as you are traveling, you are looking behind sort of those jagged rows of teeth and finding different paths. Awful did set you on a good path, maybe not the best path, but probably the best one he could see from where he was at. And you can lead the group and intersect into what you think will be the safest path for the rest of the day. Who is up next?
I will. Yeah, I figure I'll start using perception to start seeing if there's any sort of dangers. Maybe if some of the blades that are higher up look like they might have taken some damage from the weather, or ones that are higher up that started falling down, just to kind of either get around those or point them out.
Perfect. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, that's a 22.
Yeah, absolutely. You're keeping a good solid eye out. There is some frost that does look like it builds up and perhaps makes the blades a little bit higher, a bit more brittle. But again, this is not a natural mountain. So whatever sort of volcanic glass it is keeps the blades at least warm enough. They don't seem to shatter, or they don't seem to avalanche down. If they did, you guys would all be dead. But what you can perceive is that
Casually.
that looks very unlikely. So you think you lead them along the path. You also pick out, I'm going to say, a couple of brittle points that along the walk, right? And it's not all sheer mountain climbing. There's a little bit of hiking and trekking, and then some more belaying and free climbing and those sorts of things. So yeah, that is all there. Clever Stitch, your 3 companions got you guys past the day. If you'd like to try to give yourself advantage for tomorrow, you can do something.
Sure, why not? I have a climbing speed,
Mm-hmm.
but I also have feline agility.
Mm-hmm.
So my thoughts are super quick climbing, like barely touching the thing,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm trying to go so fast and trying to avoid getting my toe beans stabbed with glass.
Okay.
So, so just using athletics to do that.
Okay.
Toby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, please don't fuck me. Oh, not bad. An 18.
An 18. Okay. Yeah, I will go ahead and let you know that on the paths you're sort of fine. On the free climbing portions, though, 2 things happen. Your climb speed is dependent on your claws, and your claws on the obsidian glass is sort of like nails on chalkboard, which gets a little resonant. And I'm going to say, Talroth, you actually saw that vibration was probably more danger of this avalanching, not really, but breaking loose some pieces. Not terribly dangerous, but like I'm going to say a 4 in 100 chance, right?
I have one small question.
Yes, go for it.
As we're going up, since there's probably just a bunch of smaller shards and probably some dust we're wiping off our hands,
Yeah.
would it be too difficult to try to collect some of that in like a sack?
No, you guys.
Pocket blinding dust.
You should be able to collect it just fine. It doesn't quite dust. There are plenty of like little razor blade sized shards you could get, and if you wanted to, once you had them in a bag, you could grind them to dust.
Yeah, that's pretty much the idea. Just any like little shards or broken pieces. I mean, not like anything too big. Probably the largest I'll look for is maybe something like an arrowhead or dagger size, so that way it doesn't really pierce the bag, and just collect it. You could probably find a couple of arrowhead sizes. If you wanted something dagger sized, you'd be better off trying to like chip it off of a tooth. So. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about trying to break anything off. Just if we happen to find anything or something's just right there, that's what I'll worry about. Go ahead and roll a d8. One. I'll give you one more. You get 2 good like arrowhead sized pieces, and you know you'll be able to collect some more as they go, right? Mountains blow off. The wind of the mountain sort of blows off a lot of the other dust sort of things. Last, before we end the day, I do need a Constitution saving throw from Clever Stitch and Talroth, please. Anybody that is physically climbing this thing. Even if that's not your check, that's what you're doing in the day. So.
A 9.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
21. I rolled a natural 19. Thank God.
Nice.
Okay. Both of you are picking out some glass. Talroth, you do a decent enough job of getting it out. It doesn't seem to really bother you. Clever Stitch. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Oh,
Need you to roll a d6. We'll say on evens, it is your right hand. On odds, it is your left hand.
Come on. Odds, it was 5.
Okay, great. So,
Thank God.
you get what is essentially like a glass splinter, a sliver, in between the toe beans, and like into the paw. So it is,
It's
yeah.
like, have you ever gotten a real life fiberglass?
Yes.
It's the
Yes.
worst.
Although
Yeah.
I'm
That's exactly what
imagining,
I'm thinking of this.
I'm imagining when I had spacers before I had braces, and I got a chip stuck in there. Yeah, everybody here who had goes,
Even
oh,
worse.
Yep. So, it is distracting, I will say. So you'd have difficulty with concentration checks or checks that require fine hand manipulation.
Okay.
You can make a medicine check at night to see if you can remove it.
All right. That won't go well, but all right.
That gets you guys through the first day. The second day, you guys rise with the sun. Fewer paths coming up on this day. It is going to be a harder climb, but you guys did so well the day before. You are in good spirits as you continue to make your way up the mountain. Who would like to start out?
Is there any way I could convince you, Caitlin, to let me do
Probably.
acrobatics this time?
to let you do what?
Acrobatics this time.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I just if that's the only applicable
I will bring up the
skill for
rear.
you-
I'll let you guys do that because that's my best skill of all the ones listed. So I will do we only need the 3 though. So like, yeah, you go. I will do the end of the day thing again, like you did yesterday.
Okay. Because I can also I could do athletics, or I could try and argue some weird way for Arcana to help me.
Nope,
It's
go.
magic
Yeah,
volcano shit.
you're good.
But otherwise, it's a +7 for acrobatics or a +4
Oh
for
shit!
athletics.
I have +5 for acrobatics, so I should have even been. God, I have +7 in
You're
nothing.
good.
Fuck you.
You're good.
I would like to deceive. I would like to lie to Falcon about us being there
Yeah.
and be really good at it.
I mean, if I can think of a way to bullshit my way into Arcana being applicable, I can do that. But
It is magic mountain glass.
you see, that's what I was thinking. But I was like, how's that gonna help me climb it?
Maybe
I
it
parse out
reacts
which one
to a
is the
certain
least
spell,
magical
and
and
you
climb
know,
that one.
maybe it's magic mountain dust, and then you'll find out that it turns into stairs if you cast thaumaturgy on it.
Well,
I
I
don't know.
couldn't do that if I wanted to.
None of us
Also, can
have
I
that spell, but we
can
would
I
know.
do a medicine check overnight to try and pull
Yep.
this thing out?
Give it a shot.
Perfect. It's a -1, so probably won't. But
Oh god, I thought that's what you
a
rolled.
9.
Yeah, it was like that was impressive.
You dig around in it. It bleeds. It hurts. You think you grab it, and by the end, you just realize that the skin is kind of over
That's
the splinter.
that sucks.
Could I try the medicine check to try to pull it out?
Tonight, one of you at a time. The medicine.
Yeah, it's
Sounds good.
too sore.
Yeah.
Not tonight. I just tore it up.
I hurt my bean.
Yeah, my baby.
Okay, who's up first?
I will go first early in the morning
Mm-hmm.
and do a perception check to perceive any dangers or any obstacles that might be in the coming ways.
Okay.
All right, so that's a 10 plus 5, but plus 3 because it's wisdom based. So it's going to be 18.
18. Okay. Yeah, 18 barely gets you there. But you are able to pick out some of the sharper rock outcroppings to keep them from setting those as pick points. I do need you, Sirach, to make a dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw.
Yes.
Beautiful. Ew, less than beautiful. 11.
11.
Yes.
I would now like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, better. 18.
18. Okay. So the wind up on the second day of height is a lot stronger than you had anticipated. So as you are making your circles and taking your flight up the mountain, you catch an errant gust beneath your wings and sort of sends you spiraling into one of those vicious outcroppings. And you guys down below just hear a bit of a crash or a thud, really, and then feathers sort of begin to fall down around you. One of your wings is gets cut. You can still fly, but it is you fly slower until you have a medicine check to remove the glass that is in that wing.
We'll make the mental note in case any of this shit ever happens again and we've split the healers from the rest of the party to multi-class into something helpful.
So,
My God!
would I know you were saying a medicine check. It wouldn't be something I could cure wounds myself of, would it?
So it's no. This is more like a long-term injury. You need medicine basically to dig the glass out of your wing.
Yeah.
It's not a hit point thing, right?
Yeah.
Your endurance and your heroic ability to still soldier through is there. But it's similar to like our pain chart with the limp, which sort of slows your speed. It is along those lines.
Understood.
So if you had a healing spell of 6th level or higher, like regeneration, that would fix it for you. I know, Matthew, don't give me that look. Like I know you don't, but
Well,
I'm
no,
giving...
it just also feels silly to be like, yes, I have a splinter. Regeneration!
Well, yeah, but also flying is like his thing.
I mean, that's also true.
You know, so there is that. Who's next?
I'll go on acrobatics.
Go for it.
Again, trying to see where my speedy fast cat person stuff can help out.
Okay. So you actually you had the day before succeeded in the athletics check, right? So you can give yourself advantage on this one.
Nice. Okay. How about this one? I think 24.
24. Yep. Up you go. Smooth, bouncing, cat-like, one might say. I would like you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
This one. No. Fuck me. That's out of the pot. An 18.
18. Yep. Barely good, but it gets you there. And you don't get any more splinters. You cut your hands up and your feet up on the way up, but again, that's something that you would cure wounds through. You know, I'm not counting hit points because by the end of the night, you guys are going to rest and be okay.
Yeah.
So. Yep.
Which is why I also don't feel bad about spending using cure wounds to be like heal, so you feel better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Who's next?
All right. Seeing that's getting a little rougher, I'm gonna take off my gloves of thievery and pocket those so I don't damage those.
Okay.
And yeah, just kind of pick up on where Sirach was going the day before, using survival to try to kind of figure out a good path to get up there.
Okay. Go for it. Okay. That one does not succeed. But the rest of the team is doing well. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Nine. Today is not my day.
Today is not your day.
Big yikes.
You roll me a percentile.
94.
94.
That's
Okay.
either really good or really shit.
Yeah.
Depends what you feel about glass avalanches, really.
Glavalanches.
Not quite Glavalanche.
Not quite Glavalanche!
So, Talroth, as you are climbing, as you are making your climb for the day, you do end up taking. It is a small fall. It's not like you go tumbling down the mountain, right? But it is definitely along the lines of, slipping and taking a hard eat dirt approach to the moment. I am going to say with 94, however you rolled very high. I'm going to say you fall sort of on one of the upright sections. So as you're grabbing one of those, because you had the bad sight on the perception, one of those outcroppings of glass that you had kind of worked your hand over and around snaps, and your body weight slams into the side of the mountain. You're still tied together. You got your rope climbing kit. You're not falling, but you're gonna take a sharp gash. Let's say up the cheek, right? And it bleeds bad. You're gonna take some healing. It's gonna scar. So it is a not bad enough, I would say, to ruin your charisma checks. Your stats do that well enough, but it is noticeable and gnarly.
Your stats do that well
Fucking
enough.
burn. Goddamn.
God damn.
Oh, here I thought it was going to give me a boost to my charisma.
Yeah, well, you know.
I mean, intimidation checks at
goddamn.
most, but god damn.
Yeah.
R/murdered by words. Like,
So, gnarly scar for you.
Yeah, this is gonna help Talroth.
Which side do you pick? Hey, Fable.
Yeah, I'll probably put it on the right.
Right side? Okay, cool.
Our
But-
artist is yelling in the chat now, angrily.
Oh,
It's fine. So, my question is this. What's left? What's left to roll?
athletics.
Great.
If you could somehow argue for
intimidating the mountain.
Yeah, that feels right.
Maybe-
So, honestly, all I've got survival, nature, and athletics.
You could probably do something nature-wise.
Yeah,
maybe.
You could
What do you
probably
think,
fight for that.
babe.
It's worth a shot. I'll allow
Yeah,
it. Go for it.
I'll nature.
I'll say it's a little harder, but yeah.
If you have like
Oh god.
sleight of hand or something.
Yes. Can I stealth the mountain?
I would like the mountain not to know that I'm there.
On it.
Sneaking up on it. I don't weigh a lot. It's gonna be real easy. It's a whole mountain. Oh no.
Not even touching it most of the time. Oh dear. Oh no.
Maybe this is one of our resolve points from what's
Maybe it is.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
You have a +6 to that.
I do, thank God, and I rolled an 18. So,
Nice.
what
You're
is
okay.
that math? Someone do it.
24.
Thank you.
Minor cuts. You're fine. Your costume, because you don't wear armor, do you?
No.
So the
I
other
cast mage armor on myself every day.
correct. Mage armor also mage armor absorbs.
Some of the damage, but it's not gonna.
Yeah, but I'm saying while their leather armors are getting shredded, your costume is a little more punk rock these days.
Just really leaning into an
Rock
aesthetic.
table.
Yeah. Okay.
Disrespect your surroundings!
Thank you.
So yes, Apple is going to step in as you guys are falling behind on the day, not to any real fault of your own. It is a tougher section of the mountain. It just absolutely is. As the day grows longer, he is even Apple is honestly struggling a bit to make progress in some places. And after Sirach had taken the clip on his wing, it's difficult for him to get close to the mountain to really help you guys out. It's as the mountain is starting, as the sun is beginning to set, and you guys have a potentially like an hour or two of trying to climb in the dark. It is in the shadows that Apple is able to use his shadow teleport, essentially, and helps get you guys over a difficult hump. You do struggle into the evening, but not long enough that you guys need to make exhaustion checks. You had a question, Sirach.
No, I can't take people with me. Okay. I was going to say I have Misty Step, so could I assist him by Misty Stepping some people, but Misty Step is just you.
Yeah. His shadow transport is enough. He can move one person, but it's also that he's like setting the next pick point that is off of the slicey mountain bits and stuff like that. So you guys have your rest of the evening. This is about the highest plateau on the mountain, and so tomorrow you guys are going to be going into the hold, depending on how well you do tomorrow. That'll determine your condition, essentially. So medicine check for sorry, Talroth, your scar cannot be medicined away, but high enough healing magic can cure it. It's a scar.
Or he can just lean into the rough and tumble wood elf nonsense. I feel like it's not a bad idea.
Who would like to make the medicine check for Clever Stitch? Go for it.
Please, I need some help. I will just tear it up again.
That's a 15.
15 is enough to pluck it out. Yeah, nicely done.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say, just because you are a cat, he had to like do the thing where I would have like hooked one leg over your arm to like hold it in place as you're squirming, you know?
Oh, it's like Talroth was probably been quiet this whole time, but if Stitch was moving away, he would have scruffed him, and then just one hand pull the thing out.
Oh, there you go.
Don't like it.
Oh no.
So
Fable prestidigitates a red dot to distract him.
and then to Rock, you need a medicine check as well, I believe.
I do. And when you said make medicine checks, before you was like, who wants to make the medicine check? I was like, oh, I will roll. And I rolled a 2. With my medicine of 2, that is a 4.
Well, you didn't get to a negative and you didn't natural 1, so you didn't make it worse.
Yeah.
You're not going to lose the wing.
Can I try to fix his wing?
1 a night, unfortunately. So.
Why is my camera... Sorry, my camera's messing up.
It has decided your character is done for the night, and it is just...
Well, if I don't have wings, I'm not playing.
Drama into the night.
Okay. While Eric sorts that out, let's get into day 3.
I'm sorry, because Eric wanted to do something prior to sorting this out.
Sure. What did you want to do, Eric?
Don't switch audio devices. Turn on camera.
There we go.
Now camera stay on. All right. I'm believing in you.
All right.
Okay. If I could, I'd like to talk with with Affle regarding his teleportation, shadow teleportation, because anything with teleportation, I'm all up on.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And so I'll go up to him and be like, Affle,
Yes.
I had how could you help me understand a little bit of the like how did you like move through the shadows from one place to another?
You live you live among the shadows long enough. They become something like a friend. Cling to you. Keep you from the light. Sometimes carry you across the distance. Shadow exists, not just here, but it touches a darker place. The Shadowfell.
That was really deep. But like mechanically, you kind of open like a little rift into the Shadowfell and then out another, because all shadows are kind of connected to the Shadowfell, is what you're saying. That plane, right?
I see where I want to go, and I harness the energy of the shadow around me. I collapse into it, becoming as thin as it, and rush along its way, and then gather myself back together where I desired to be.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. That's very helpful. And he just starts like muttering to himself about teleportation magics and whatnot, and like I just love it. Just like when you're a part of that's real great metaphorical. I loved it. But no, like mechanically speaking, what are you doing?
Make an insight check for me.
Okay. Hey, remember that 2? It came back again. So that's gonna be a 4 yet again.
You rolled a 3, and so he beat you.
Wait, but does he have a high enough
He's got
wisdom?
a +2 charisma. Like he's not the most charismatic, but
I
has.
I have a +2 wisdom, so he literally beats me by 1 point. This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Go on, please.
Yeah. I mean, it's he's not even like persuading. He's trying. He performs in the he keeps up the visage, right? So that's unfortunate for you. I'm sorry. Okay, we'll keep going. Anything else before the new day? Yeah, Talroth.
Yeah, just again, same as before, just throughout the day, any little dust, shards, stuff like that I'm able to find.
Sure, yeah, roll 2d4. Let's try this dice setup.
I rolled 2 1s on the d4s.
I'll give you 3.
Good job.
This is not our night, guys. This is not the night we should be doing big, important things. We need to call. We need to just leave.
It was just this day in fiction.
Get out!
Day 2 was rough.
It was like Thursday the 27th, and that's a bad day of the month, you know?
Just is, yeah.
The way I'm looking at it, if I get all my shit rolls out now, my good rolls will come in later.
Mm-hmm. Good way to think about it.
As Kez brought me her metal treasure dice.
Okay.
But yeah, just like as this little side thing, just getting the shards, just trying to fill up like a bag of whatever, like little dust or splinters and stuff.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay. Day 3. No more plateaus. You guys are making it up to the entrance, the descent to Velxer's. I believe you guys were going in the vault, correct? In his treasure hoard. That was the entry point. Then you were going to leave baffle there.
Because we're
and
going,
make
so
your
we're
way.
going down towards there, and then we're splitting. He's going to the treasure hoard. We're going to the armory because
Yep.
that's probably where
Yep.
the sword is.
Yep. So,
One question.
Mhm.
Right now, this is still on the Obsidian Mountain.
yeah. Yeah, you've got to climb one more day, and then towards the end of the day, about 6 hours into your 8 hour, you're gonna get into the heisting. Right. So let's get some climbing checks. Let's see how you guys want to do this.
I'll start with survival.
Okay.
And today, we're not going to use the dice that gave me 2 2s in a row. We're going to use a different dice. This boy right here. This guy's going to do it.
Do it.
I love that boy. That boy's my new best friend. That boy just rolled a nat 20. So that's 20 plus
Yes!
8 for 28. So
A good
Nicely
boy.
done. So I'm going to give you a success. I'm going to say that you are able to avoid a dangerous section of glass outcropping. Okay, and I'm going to give you advantage. You can make your choice. The wind up here is very difficult. It is terrible. You can have advantage on your dexterity saving throw, or you can give advantage to one of your friends for their check.
I'm going to give advantage to Talroth
Okay.
for his check.
You can pick a person before they do it.
Okay,
it just,
I'm gonna
I
give
needed to know if
advantage.
you were going to use it for yourself now.
No, I'll give advantage to someone else.
Okay, so let's get that dexterity saving throw.
This dice is my new best friend. 18 plus my saving throw of +7 for 25.
25, nicely done. So you are going to take, because hit points now do matter, you're going to take 4 points of slashing damage, but no further injuries and no greater harm. So.
Okay.
I would like to go next.
Go for it.
I have to go to the bathroom, so if I go now, I can then just disappear for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I am doing the acrobatics this time.
Okay.
Speaking of best friend dice, it's not a 20, but it's rolling well for me. Good Christmas die. It's sparkly Christmas. 22.
22.
Woo woo.
Great. Up.
And some kind of save.
Constitution.
Thank you. Ooh. 25.
25. Yep,
Yeah.
you're good. You are going to
Good die.
take you're going to take 4 points of slashing damage, and
Are we paying attention to that now?
yes, we are.
Yes.
Because
Thank you.
you're going into the heist after this.
That's
so-
what I thought. That's what I thought. So 4.
Yep.
Come on. Thank you.
You got it. Okay, who's up next?
I will go for a perception check.
Okay.
But yeah, at this point, I'm just kind of looking to see how far from the lip we are. Just kind of see like if there's like a cleaner path to get up there, or if things look more dangerous or what.
Okay. Yeah.
Was Eric giving me advantage, or?
If you need it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I might need it. 25.
25. Absolutely. Yeah, you're helping find the paths up and along the sides. And I'm going to say that actually the rope is kind of wearing on one of the thinner shelves of glass, and you notice that it's going to fall before anybody else does, and give the word and sort of spare not only your magical rope of climbing, but also from hurt. Make a Constitution saving throw, please. Okay.
Oh no. Again? More scars for Talron?
I'd like you to roll me a d20.
$19.
Okay. You're gonna take another minor scar. So where would you like it to be? Doesn't have to be the face, but I would say hands or arm, someplace that is traditionally visible, or could identify you. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just along the forearm, just as if it kind of like scraped across.
Yeah. Okay, so just a long, deep gouge along the back of the forearm. I'm gonna say it gets onto the back of the wrist as well. So, okay. That is it for Talroth. What you got?
Athletics.
Let's do it.
Same as the very first day.
Yeah.
Just trying to use what climb speed I can to help, and then
Mm-hmm.
super fast cat man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the cat man.
Oh, natural 20. Oh, 24.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bitch. What the fuck?
Nicely done. Up you go. You can give yourself advantage on your Constitution saving throw, or you can give someone advantage on the traps that you guys are about to work on this descent.
Just because I'm a little nervous about hit points, so. and
Also, I
don't
walked
have a
away for
healer.
3 minutes and he got scarred again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and
Where?
sorry, Talroth, you're gonna take 12 points of slashing damage.
Where did you get? Do the X across one. Oh,
No,
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, because I'm a little nervous about hit points and we don't have a healer, I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage on the. I want you to be able to use your spells to do other shit, all right?
That's
and
true,
you only have
that's
like
true.
3 of them. So...
Okay, first of all, 5. Thank you.
One small question.
Please.
With the damage, any way to uncanny dodge that, or is it just taking it from the hit?
That we're gonna call it like a critical fail on the thing. So I'm gonna say not to uncanny dodge. You can heal it if you guys want to take a short rest at some point. You could absolutely do that. But because it was a natural 1, that I'm gonna say that's what that is.
Just wanted to ask. That's all.
I
Thank you.
appreciate it. No, thank you.
A 3 and a 4, so a 9.
A 9. Okay, that's rough. So you're gonna take 10 points of slashing damage because I rolled that, and roll me a d20. Cover stitch.
20.
A 20.
Why couldn't that be on my fucking con save? I don't know.
Okay. You can have a scar too. Mountain climbing scar. A little
let's
cat
see.
hair
I
lip
think
cut.
Maybe. Hold on. I want to double check really quick because I think the man already has one on his nose.
I think he does, doesn't he? Is like
I'm
a scratch.
almost. Yes, he does. Yeah, he has 2 little scratchies on his nose.
Scritchies.
And a little cutout on his ear. How about across? I want him to have. I want him to have a little eyebrow nick.
Okay.
Okay, we just have to
Just to
all
be like-
decide
He like
if
slipped and like
we get injured.
slammed his head.
If we get visibly injured, it all has to happen tonight while Kez is still working on the monstrosity. Once it's colored, That is who we are. We will pay to fix our faces. Like, that's Cortez. Oh my god. So much. Like, we have two choices at this point. One, either end up looking like your Halloween version, because that's already existing. Or two,
I have to be a ghost.
or two,
I have to die and become a ghost.
4 more times. Or stop it. Good.
Well, now we're going inside, so as long as we don't get vivisected by a trap, there should be normal scars, right?
Listen, you'd think so, but last time we had just finished commissioning an artist. Cody lost 5 of you in wandering. No.
Just putting it out there, Matthew, when you mentioned about getting vivisected, I heard 2 Nerf guns getting cocked behind me.
Rip. But yeah, so yeah, just an eyebrow, maybe slightly to the eyelids, where he just like was climbing and like slipped and hit his head on it.
Perfect. You guys make it to the entrance, one of these vast chimneys at the top of Velxer's Teeth, and looking down and out across the mountains and towards the lakefront to the south, you can. You want to say it's a pretty view, but it's just not. It's wicked and grotesque and oddly alien, and unsettling, to be honest. Here at the mouth, it is at least I'm going to say it's like 25 feet in diameter. Let's call it 30. Because beholders are about 20 feet round, and giving himself 5 feet on each side, you know, he's a big boy. So, there are, down this thing, 3 traps. You guys made it up the mountain without needing assistance from... Wait, day 3. Who succeeded their check? Great. Okay, good. Never mind. So, you only needed Aphel's help once. He can disable 2 of the traps for you. So, and at no expense, since you guys made it up here without needing his help. One of those traps will need to be done by you guys.
So we're at the point where we can switch back into our normal armors. We don't need the throwaway armors anymore.
As you look down the chimney, let's just call it that, there are some sharp points in it. They are not the most common places. It is mostly smooth, but it does look like it got bored out here. So you guys are, to be clear, you're not sitting or standing. You've got like your grappling hooks on the edge of this mouth, and you're all sort of mountain climbed in. And maybe Sirach is like holding on to one of your backs and doing loops, you know.
Clearly mine. He's clearly, the 2 smalls are clearly just hanging on the same rope.
Yeah, so I don't think now is the time that you can change your clothes.
Sure. How
Okay.
deep, and you might have just said this, and for whatever reason the number didn't stick, how deep is the tunnel?
I am going to
we
say
know of?
the tunnel is 200 feet. 200 feet from entrance to entrance, and probably another 50, 20, let's say 50 feet, keep it simple. 50 feet to the ground beneath that.
Okay, so would we have, I assume Awful would have told us,
Yes.
and we would have been able to pick up
Enough
the,
rope.
like, 8 extra ropes we would have needed.
I assumed because I think pretty much all of you came with a rope.
Yeah, we all came with a rope, but
Right.
ropes are 50 feet long.
Yes. Yeah.
So if we tied them all together, we would have our one singular 200-foot rope.
So that was my assumption, was you guys were going to go down in like a single thing. You
File
can have
even
bought
easier.
more rope. You're absolutely welcome to. You would have planned appropriately. So I'm not gonna stickle you guys. I was also thinking you guys had lots of ropes of climbing, or potions of climbing.
We do have 3 of those.
Doesn't that give you like spider climb basically?
It gives you a climb speed equal to your walk speed, even equal to your land speed.
Okay.
For an hour.
Nice. So you could.
I would. My thought, just because I didn't realize how deep the thing was, we have 2 ropes. We have 2 things that go down, and then we wait for the potions of climbing until our escape, and then those 2 take their potions of climbing. We leave one with Athel just to make sure he gets up, and then Sirach flies. I kitty cat climb.
Didn't we discuss that the exit that we're taking wouldn't be room enough for me to fly?
It's 20 feet. 20
It's going to be
feet
difficult
around.
for him to fly up.
Okay. Difficult, but still possible?
Still possible.
Okay, like with a dexterity save?
Like an
Or
acrobatics check or athletics check.
Okay, then I'll take that chance.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Everyone, you can go ahead and clip the fact where I've just said I'll take that chance to the inevitable time where it fails miserably.
Which trap would you guys like to attempt to disarm? The one at the top, where you're hanging from these ropes now. The one midway through. The one at the bottom, at the exit of the tunnel.
Before we start looking at the traps, do you want to just kind of ask Awful a quick question?
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, so all these traps, similar make, similar style, or are they all kind of different? I'm just trying to see if there's any kind of pattern, so when we got to start taking them out ourselves, if we can kind of quick stop them, or if we got to think each time.
From what I've seen, they're mostly mechanical. Grates, spears, maybe some blades. Shouldn't be anything magical as far as I know, and I don't anticipate any chemical agents.
That's right, good to know.
You want to start with this one, or would you like me to?
Let me give this one a shot so I know what to expect further down.
Go ahead.
Just in case, I know that he said that there shouldn't be any magical ones, but can I do an Arcana check, looking at it, seeing if I see any runes etched in or anything to this first trap before Talroth starts?
Make a perception check, and you can use your passive as a floor.
All right. Please. A 12.
Okay. You look down the tunnel. You don't see anything glowing or anything that looks like writing or anything along those lines.
All right.
Yeah. The Arcana check is if you had seen it to identify it or figure out what it's about, right? But just actually spotting it is a perception check.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Talroth, go ahead and
All right.
disarm traps.
All right, so using Thieves' Tools with Dex, correct?
Correct.
Considering I am proficient in Thieves' Tools as well, could I give him advantage?
I will say
By
yes,
helping out?
but if you do it, because that would require you to fly over this opening in a precision manner, you would have to make another dexterity saving throw.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay. So he does grant you advantage. Go ahead and make your dex save.
All right, so how would it have taken a few seconds to put my gloves of thievery back on? Let those kind of melt in.
Mm-hmm.
29.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
You got that because of the advantage, right?
Yes, we'll say yes.
You would have failed otherwise, right?
My other roll was a 15, so that would have been a 26.
Yeah, no, totally would have failed otherwise, making my sacrifice of a 2 for a 9 total on
Very,
my
very
dex
worth
saving.
it. Yes.
Very is worth it.
Okay. You don't get caught in the trap, which is good. The trap would have been much worse. You are going to take 10 points of slashing damage. You don't take any other injuries. You didn't fail bad enough to stab another wing or anything like that. So.
All right.
Just some hit points. The first trap is disarmed, and you notice that it is sort of a toothy maw that would swing up from underneath, and not only sort of pierces, but locks like a tight grate, right up and around the mountain. And you've sort of triggered it, pulled it further open so that it's now hanging open off the sides. Athel climbs up and over, and is resetting his rope and beginning his descent. You guys are able to follow. Sirach, are you gonna fly down this tube, this chimney?
Hopping on Fable's back.
Okay, holding on to Fable. Great. Descending is
Fable is under her breath narrating them like they're in a circus act. And she's like, yes, the incredible Birdman and Ice Girl soaring down. Like, she's just like into it. This is the closest to the acrobatics she's ever gotten. Like, really?
Okay. Athel descends down the chimney first. He disables what is a dangerous blade trap, sort of a swinging of like some great Zweihander, like two-handed great swords that repel through there, and he ends up disabling those, gets them sort of jammed in together, and they are stuck. And then he goes down. There's a similar spike grate trap that happens at the bottom. He will disable that for you guys, and you get to the exit mouth of the chimney. In the center of it, there is a pedestal, and amongst the pedestal, you can see the glistening gems of Velxer's statue that he has erected to himself, each eye set with a large diamond, ruby, sapphire, emerald, all brilliant and shining. His main eye is one of those mosaics of like little tiny gemstones, and his skin is of similar make. The rest of the hall glimmers with coins and other treasures that are scattered about, put into chests or hung on the wall. Real quick, how do you guys get down the 50 feet?
I would assume that we have enough rope, if everybody's okay with us having purchased enough rope for that as well.
Yeah.
If y'all think that that's okay and enough to have us do that, because I don't know how the fuck we're gonna get back out without us having rope all the way to the ground, except for climb speed.
We're not coming back through this thing, are we?
Through a different one was your plan.
Yeah, we're not coming back through this one.
No, but they're pretty similar.
No, but only to mean that we wouldn't
can't
have
leave the
left
rope
to
here.
leave the ropes here.
That your plan was not to come back through this one.
All right. Well, still have the extra 50 feet.
I
of
would,
rope
yeah,
just to
I would assume, especially if we have to
not
come up
drop
different
50
places,
feet.
that we have a lot of rope to spare.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
you take the ropes down. We are going to take a break, and we are going to be back in 10, maybe 15 minutes, and then we will see how the rest of this heist goes. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll be back in just a few, but until then, stay tuned. Oh, not good. Did it wrong.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh,
Welcome back, everyone. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have...
Matthew, playing Clever Stitch, the Tabaxi Arcane Archer.
Caitlin playing Fable Frost, the Ice Genasi Phoenix Soul Sorcerer.
Eric playing Eric Akira, Horizon Walker Ranger named Sirach.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Elizabeth playing Talroth Oakenblade, the man of many scars.
Okay. You guys...
Patchwork Elf.
You guys have made it down here to the treasure room of Velxer, a beholder, who has erected these jagged mountainy teeth. What would you guys like to do?
Sorry, go on.
Apple, what in here is censored and alarmed? Just the statue or all of the gold?
Not sure. I'd have to take a look around. Would you like to make an investigation check? Or would you like Apple to do it for you? He seems distracted.
I'm not very good. I mean, I am good in it only in so much that I am a smart cat.
Can I make an insight check on why Apple is distracted?
Yeah, go for it.
That wasn't great.
What's your
But
passive?
Oh, my passive insight is 11. She's just like sidles up to him all awkwardly like, hey, you seem to not all be here and we kind of need you to be all here right now.
No, I'm very focused on the job. You're distracted by the gold, though.
I mean, I'm not, but...
Talroth, see if anything else in here is trapped and alarmed.
I'll just kind of look at Stitch for a second. Shh. And just kind of go to Apple real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking a guess. His line of sight is straight to the statue, right?
Mostly. Statue in the door.
Okay. I'll kind of get in front of him, like block his line of sight for a second, just to kind of make eye contact.
Okay, yeah. He comes out of the 1,000-yard stare.
I'll speak to him in like a bit of a thieves' cant.
Okay.
Hey, since we're about to split off, you good?
Yeah. I'm good for my task. I'm concerned that you all might get distracted.
Touch nothing but the lamp.
Am I a boo?
I mean,
Right now, come on, guys. We have 2 animal companions in here. 1 diamond in the rough. I am clearly the flying carpet, even though I don't fly. But, like, the color scheme, I feel like, works with me. I'm weird and mystical.
God, that makes me Iago.
I'm actually clearly Genie. Like, I'm blue and kind of ethereal. But... touch nothing but the lamp!
What would you like to say to him?
I'll pretty much just kind of hold my hand out to shake his hand. It's like, happy hunting. Looking to hear from you later on.
I'll see you shortly. And I'll shake your hand.
Forget the sending stone that you have, awful, to let us know whenever you're done. Or we'll let you know when we're done.
Yeah, he's waiting on your...
That's what I thought.
On
your
our
queue.
Yep.
So...
Probably would have taken this time just to switch out into the proper armor real fast.
Okay.
Cloak back on, hood up, and actually putting a mask on to cover everything from the nose down.
Okay.
I like the idea of you having that beautiful moment as you're buttoning things back up. Hey.
Oh. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I would have changed first, then talk to him.
No problem.
Not as much fun, but okay.
Do any of you investigate the room?
I will once armor's back on, just kind of take a breath, and then I'll sneak out carefully and just start looking around.
Okay, yeah. Make an investigation check on. Do you want to investigate the treasury? That's where you are. Okay, then yeah, go ahead and make the investigation check.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Yeah! That is a total of 26.
Okay, so in the treasury there are some loose coins. Look like they've been sort of piled or spilled, more out of like accidental bumping, you suspect, rather than true things. So you could scoop up a handful of coins if you guys wanted to. There are, however, the real score, I guess, in the way to put it, is that there are chests that... Oh, make sure that you guys are good. There are a number of chests that appear to be locked and on their own sort of trap plates. You could disable them. They look like they at least have, well, with a natural 20, I can tell you 2 of them don't have alarms. The other 4 of them do, and all of them are trapped. But guessing at where the 2 that aren't alarmed are, those are most likely either filled with copper or cheap goods.
Okay. So I'll just relay that back to everybody. And... Okay, so... We all know why we're here, right? We know what we're coming after first and foremost, yeah?
And I think it's safe to assume that someone like him is going to have trapped other boxes, maybe with alarms, spells, and things we can't see and disarm, so maybe we don't touch anything else until we're running out of here. Just a thought.
Well, you guys aren't coming back to this room, remember. Unless you're changing the plan.
I'm saying in general,
Sure.
not even running through here. If we are running back out again with all the things we need and someone comes across a thing of treasure, sure, grab it.
Okay.
But, like, don't... Like, no. Like, that was my thought.
That's up to you.
Oogie.
I want it all too. It's very pretty, but this is too fucking important.
I'm so poor.
Yes, but can you imagine how much worse it's going to be if we are the reason Olaroon loses his fancy sword? He's never going to shut up about it. Ever. Just imagine that for the rest of your life.
I mean, I'm gonna go along with it. I'm just...
No, I know.
Are you picking up the coins off the ground?
No.
Okay.
I mean, that feels fine. I know the moment I do, something stupid's gonna happen, and I'm just...
Same. I'm like...
We trust nothing.
Up to you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do the Aladdin, like, don't touch any of the things.
Okay.
It's gonna be sad.
You guys make your way to the far side of the room. There is a hole in the ground. That is your descent to the central vestibule. Central chamber. Gallery. As you look down it, you can see that the room below is 80 feet down. Let's make it 60. 60 feet down. 60 feet down. That includes I'm going to say a 20-foot drop. So 40 feet of tube and 20 feet of drop.
Is it tube with no walls? Or is it like tube and wall?
No, it's just tube. It is appropriate for a beholder to fly up and down.
Dang.
And this goes into the main vestibule, like his
This
main
goes into
chamber.
the central chamber. From the central chamber, everything branches off.
Understood. Thank you.
Can,
Almost like a beholder body and all of its eye stalks.
Almost.
This place is built like a beholder.
Yeah, a little bit.
can I quietly, slowly, sneakily start to climb down to just get a slightly better view
Yeah.
before we all descend?
Yeah, make a stealth check.
Come on.
Oh,
This
hey,
is
speaking
what
of
you're good
stealth
at.
checks.
I was waiting. Is it
Yeah,
time?
I was like, I'm just sitting there like, what's he gonna roll? What's he gonna do? And I was like, oh wait, I have the thing here.
I can help.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, fam.
You get
That
plus
gives us
10 to your stealth checks.
Perfect. It's a plus 17, so hopefully it'll be half decent. But we know me, a natural 20, bitch, 37! Bow, 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 bow.
Bam.
Where the fuck did Stitch go? Did he die again?
You are
Not
very
yet.
quiet. You can make a perception check. I'll give you advantage for your natural 20. Use your
Okay.
passive perception as a floor.
A 14.
14. Okay. Sounds good. Let me see. There it is. Okay. What's that? You do see some movement in the central chamber as you are making your way across there. Looks to be a group of trolls, about 4 of them. One of them looks different, sort of oozy, a little gooey.
Oh.
But they are trolls. You do recognize them as such. They are speaking a giant variant. And they're making their way from... There is a staircase in the central chamber. There are a couple of staircases. There are about 3. And from what Aphel had told you, the staircases will generally travel to the there's one that goes down to the prison where the pit that descends, right? Might be. And then the other 2 staircases lead to one is an entranceway filled with traps. The other one is, you think, the troll like warren, where they live, where his servant people live. They're traveling from that troll warren over to the trapped side. Okay. So you see those 3 staircases. You also see there are 3 other, we'll call them beholder tubes. Okay. And according to Awful's plans, one of these beholder tubes will take the beholder to his personal chambers, his sanctum. One of them will take the beholder to his treasury. Not treasury. Well, you have the treasury, so there's technically
And then the
4.
other one is the armory.
The armory, and he has one that goes down to the prison as well. There's technically 2 ways to get down to the prison. You can take the staircase, or you can take the beholder tube.
Okay. All right,
The-
and I will... Sorry, go ahead.
So the central chamber itself is filled with mosaics of sort of broken pottery pieces, tiles, very, very colorful, of a variety of beholders. Some of them have been smashed, some of them have been remade, some look newer, some look older. And then along the walls, not a lot, but there are some of the mosaics are made out of mirror pieces and you can see some of those are on the ceiling. There are very few that are bigger than like a hand mirror, and even those are rare. right? Maybe like one of the big central eyes on a mosaic is a hand mirror, right? So it's not like you're walking into a hall of mirrors, but there are some sightline issues, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, the place is relatively empty. There's sort of a large pattern on the floor. There are the remains of a couple of pedestals that look like very similar to the one that has the beholder statue on it just behind you. But a lot of that's been destroyed, smashed.
Okay. Then yeah, I will climb back up, report my findings.
Okay.
Did it look like the trolls were just doing a walkthrough, or that they were like lingering and
They're
like,
moseying,
patrolling
but
below?
but if you give it a couple of minutes, they'll be out of your way. It looks like.
Okay.
Yeah. They weren't going anywhere with a urgency or purpose, but they were headed somewhere.
Sure. Trolls downstairs, going toward. They're about to leave, but still technically down there. We could give it a couple of minutes, or we can try and sneak by, or we can try and kill them.
The less noise we can make, the better. The less bodies in our wake, the better.
I agree
I
because
would agree, but I worry about having to wait too long for our talking. But I think this time we can absolutely wait.
Exactly.
We just might not be able to do that forever.
Next time, let's plan on possibly trying to sneak past or trap them in some way. But if we're able to, you're right, get away without, or not sneak past. If we're going to have to fight, we're going to let's try to snipe quietly from far away, so there's not loud fighty noises.
For now.
Because yeah, I think we gave our talkie friends as much time as possible without drawing noise attention.
Yeah, for now we'll just sit and wait for them to leave, and then
You keep a close eye. You listen intently at the hole. When you feel it is safe, how are you guys descending this tube?
Taroth, did you have something?
Yeah, I was gonna ask from the maps that Awful showed us before.
Mm-hmm.
Would we know which of these tunnels would lead to where we have to go?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Clever Stitch spied the tunnel that would lead to the armory. Yeah. It is across the room, and it is a up tunnel.
Okay. Then let's see. What would be the best way to? You said it's 20 feet of tunnel, 40-foot drop, or 40 feet of tunnel?
40 feet of tunnel,
20-foot?
20-foot drop.
20-foot drop.
What I'm thinking, just get the rope of climbing, have it tie itself off on one part,
Mm-hmm.
and just carefully have it like the 10 feet at a time lower a couple of us down.
Okay.
So realistically, probably Talroth and Fable, since Sirach can fly,
Mm-hmm.
and Stitch has climbing speed.
Okay.
So then it's kind of at the lip, then we could just tell the rope to let go, and we just drop the last 10 feet.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So I need acrobatic saving throws from those of you that are not flying. Sirach, I'd like a athletics check from you. Your wing is still injured, correct?
Yeah, we haven't been able to.
Okay. So just an athletics check from you then, please.
I'm gonna rope then,
Okay.
only because I'd rather be safer, and I have a +0 to athletics, so.
Okay. I'll tell you what, going down, you'll use acrobatics. Going up, you'll need an athletics check.
All right, I will.
Because there's
then,
no wind
yeah,
to lift you. That's just beating your wings.
yeah. All right, acrobatics down.
Okay. Telroth, you said 20-something?
Yeah, 25 on the acrobatics.
25 on the acrobatics. Fable.
15.
15. Clever Stitch.
And this is a dex save or acrobatics? Or...
Acrobatics.
Got it. 21.
21. And Sirach, you don't need one. When you get to the bottom of the rope, there's enough room for you to pop your wings out.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody that jumped down is going to take, so Fable and Talroth take 2 points of fall damage. Clever Stitch, you could do the other 10 feet on the rope. You take 2 points of fall damage. So, you all succeeded. That's cut in half. So,
Perfect.
as you hit the ground in the central chamber, there's a bit of an echo. It's muffled because of Pass Without a Trace. You pause for a moment, sort of look around. It hasn't alerted anyone, but it's a big empty rock chamber. It's going to make a little noise. There is a light hum.
Not if I cast silence.
That's true. There's a little sort of hum of wind just sort of in this place, right? It's a lot of empty stone walls, and the wind from above sort of creates this howl that is distant, but still reverberates just a little bit. You guys are looking around the chamber. You see the staircases that Clever Stitch told you about. The one descent tunnel, beholder tunnel, and the 2 ascent beholder tunnels, besides the other one. Where would you guys like to go? What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to start stealthing, heading towards the armory.
You start moving.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow with stealthily.
Okay.
Same.
Right.
Yes.
Everybody's moving that direction. Go ahead and make stealth checks for me. I would say I will let
It's
you
a
know.
plus 10.
Yeah,
you do
plus 10.
You do keep the plus 10. If this was a visual-based stealth check in this chamber, you would be at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
However, since it's purely based on audio and whether it's going to bounce into these other chambers, you guys are fine. You roll flat.
29.
29?
25.
25?
24.
24?
That's a 39.
Absolutely. Okay.
You fucking piece.
Do we
Swear to God.
how is everybody doing on hit point, by the way?
I'm okay.
Because I'm going to take a potion. One of the potions that's in one of the bags. Because I would rather us do this now before we get into fights.
Wait, do you mean using one?
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to use one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll use one too.
Okay.
What
Same
is it?
here.
It's a 2d4.
2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
I have taken all of 6 points of damage, so I will not.
Yeah, I'm down 12, but again, I'd rather.
Yeah, I was down
Fix it
14,
now.
so.
Yeah.
I realized it was coming out of temp hit points that I don't think I still have, so I fixed that. But still, I'm only down 6 hit points. I'm okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
I just
7
took
hit
one.
points back from the potion.
Nice.
Perfect.
So did I. 7 as well.
You guys are making your way across the hall. The boys popping corks on their flasks of healing and chugging them down. You've made it to the tunnel.
Throwing it behind us.
Yeah, just shattering it behind you.
And Fable capping.
Muzzles up.
I will take all 3 of those
I'm
empty
not-
potion bottles and put them in my bag.
I'm putting it back into the handy haversack.
Fill them with dust.
There you go. It is an ascent, similar distance. I'm going to say the armory is actually 20-ish feet closer than the treasury was. So, rope of climbing. Question for you. Do one of you have to hold the rope of climbing for it to detach itself?
I think it's a command word.
Command
I could
word?
be wrong.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, it's command word.
Okay. So you're going to have to chuck it into the tube and speak the command word.
Or have.
I believe
yeah,
it has the ability to snake up the tube.
It does, however, it's 50 feet of rope, and the top of the lip is 60 feet up, right?
Well, it's
No,
20
he said it was
feet
20
down.
feet closer, so
So-
it's
so
only
it'll
50
do it.
feet.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
There you go. Okay. You speak the command word. The rope of climbing heads up the tunnel slowly, painfully slowly, because it travels at 10 feet around, I believe. And it is 40 feet. So that's 4 rounds. Let's
24
see.
seconds.
I am going to, it's like, once the rope starts moving, I'm just going to hang on to it and let it carry me up with it.
Can it do that?
Yeah, the rope can hold up to 3,000 pounds.
Okay.
Even while
I mean,
it's...
if you want, like, I can just make the check to do it, or
It's not a problem. I was just curious. I didn't know if that was like a feature of the rope. So. It's cool. We'll allow it. Up you ascend. And you get to the edge of the central chamber. You guys do hear a bit of commotion. And some people being brought into the central gallery, the central chamber. Coming from up the stairs along the back, back across the room to you. You guys scurrying up the rope. I'd like you all to make athletics checks to climb quickly.
I would like to be the last one
Okay.
to pull up the bottom of the rope with me,
Awesome.
basically.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I fucked us.
one question. With the rope, since we had it knotted to help climb up, that would give us advantage on the check?
Yeah, that reduces the length of the rope, though, I believe. How much does it reduce it?
The rope is normally 60. If we have it knotted, it becomes 50.
Oh, okay. So you're still fine. Great.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's fine. You can roll with advantage. Yeah.
So roll again, Caitlin.
Thank you.
Yep. $21.
Natural 20.
My last one was 3. So I
Okay.
got one better.
Yay!
So
it
Rock-
got better. You're
Can't hear you.
– 17.
17. Okay. As you guys are scrambling up the rope, you begin to make your way to the top there, and you do have a right. Sorry. Thought. You do have a close call, and it looks like some trolls that were leading people into the room. One of them's like, do any of you speak giant? You can hear them saying something, and you can guess from context clues and intonation that they're coming to check the tunnel, just to see what. Did you see something? Right? You get that idea. So, because you guys rolled well enough, you drag Fable up, you're pulling the rope as you go. You get just to the edge and, like, grab her, yoink her up over the edge into into the armory just at the moment that one of these trolls sort of looks up into the area, and you see it sort of smell and kind of look around, and then it turns away and begins to walk back the other direction. You guys are in Velxer's armory. It is well designed. It is a little. It is almost as large as the central chamber itself. Although, for an armory, it is. I'm going to say sparsely populated, at least by comparison, right? And the issue with it is, as you are looking around, there are some racks of weapons. It's more of a display, a showroom, if you will, than an actual armory, right? Armory is a bit of a misnomer there. So, as you guys are looking around, there's a central table, sort of a stone table lined with velvet. There look to be a few knives and daggers laid out into them. It's been clearly been designed to have a very specific blades placed into it. There are along the walls some suits of armor, some boots that are on like I'm gonna call it like the IKEA shoe rack, right? Of boots. Yeah, Talroth, what are you looking for?
Aside from taking stock of all the nice shinies in here, I do want to make the investigation check to check for what around here is trapped, but more importantly, is the room glowing?
Okay.
It's like, is Dawnbringer in here?
Immediately, there is no bright light in this room, so there does not seem to be anything that you would identify as Dawnbringer.
All right, so immediately keying in on that, I'll just kind of turn back to everybody, whispering, all right, looks like we might have to go to whatever pit or pool he might have tossed it in, because Blade ain't here.
Is it possible it's just hiding from us? Do we know if it glows all the time? It may have just gone quiet.
I think we were told that it. I think Awful said that it glows all the time, which is why he sometimes throws it in a well.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
The brightness of it varies. To remind
I
you.
assumed it was like Sting, and if we're not bad, it might not be glowing.
Make history checks.
Please.
Go for it.
Don't suppose I get some bonus from talking to Olarun about it all the time? Total 10.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Modified 20 as well.
Sorry, what do I need to roll?
History.
You can roll a history check.
I don't know anything.
Cool. It so between the description and what you remember, it's not in here. It does not glow all the time. It always glows in Olarun's visions of it because it's talking to him. But
that's what I was thinking.
But just some of your information, it's not always glowing. And from what Awful said, it seems to do it when it wants to piss off Velxer, specifically. Like when it's trying to blind him or just annoy him, right? It'll do that. So it is not always on fire or glowing, right? But in the current moment, you know it's not here.
Well, fuck.
Perfect.
Investigation check if you would like to look at the other items as far as if they are trapped or not.
Can
I'm not going to do like a in-depth check, just see if I can quickly spot trap.
Okay.
16.
So here's what I will say. Okay, yeah, all of you go ahead and roll it. If you're gonna try to do this quickly, you can all roll, and I'm gonna like average it, let's say.
15.
Okay.
24.
Okay.
17.
17. Okay. Yeah, all of you did very well. As you investigate around, a lot of these things look like they are on. It's mostly based on weight. Any of the traps. I'm gonna say you can tell that pretty much everything has like a trap on it. You don't necessarily know if anything has an alarm on it. You do see the mount where Dawnbringer would be, and you can tell by looking at that that I'm going to say you guys did well enough. You get the idea. Velxer takes these things off and plays with them. But he has telekinesis, so a lot of the traps are things that are going to be close to the trap. Spike, blade, mechanical sorts of things.
Sure.
So.
Did any of them...
Stop making me. You go.
Did any of them appear? Any of the weapons, sets of armors appear magical?
The boots look pretty unique. A number of them. Also, I will say, yeah, you suspect the stuff he keeps is either ancient in design or artistic in its worth, or probably has a magical property. There's no way to be 100% sure without the detect magic spell.
Yeah. Maybe on our way out, I steal a set of armor. Let's go find Dawnbringer.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna kind of grab Stitch by the arm and start dragging him where the well should be.
I'm not getting it now. I just on our way back.
He's making a mental note for
Yes.
his wish list.
Okay.
Because I have +1 arrows. That's the only thing I have.
So.
I only just recently picked up a vicious longbow.
As you look down the descent into the blackness of the well, you see no light, and even your dark vision, for those of you that have it, cuts out after 60 feet. You know from your work, it's beneath the prison. The prison is beneath the central chamber, and the central chamber is 40 feet beneath this. So you are traveling 200, 250 feet to hit the surface of the water.
Oof. Well.
All right, I'll get a rope, tie it off somewhere, and start climbing down bit by bit.
So, you guys are starting to run out of rope at this point. You can have enough rope to get down, but then you're only going to have enough rope to send one rope up the tube. Not
And how
this,
far
but
down the well? How far, we've discussed this.
from where you're at, you're guessing, because you can't see, 250 feet.
Guys, I can... If you're willing to take a chance on me, I can turn myself into an undersea creature thing and swim really fast and go get it. And come back. What's more is, if I get stuck down there and attacked, I can cast really big shiny lights to let you know to come get me. Not everyone here can do that. If I cast polymorph on someone else, it's not necessarily there. We won't know to come find them. But me, I can cast light and big shiny things and let you know, come fucking down. But if we can quietly just send me swimming down really quickly, it might be worth it.
Do we know how far down the water is?
You don't.
I can be a fish.
Well, here's the question I'm gonna have, because if you just turn to a fish now and drop down, ain't that gonna hurt when you hit the water?
I was gonna be a big smart fish like a dolphin who jumps. not just a goldfish who falls and dies. I've heard stories about that. They're idiots.
Let's
Splat. I was going to be something that like has dark vision and also either a diver or a seal.
let's start
I get
by
as close as I can, but like, I'm just saying.
let's start by climbing down and then seeing what happens. I
but-
can climb. And then if we try and game the system with the rope of climbing, we could try and do some stupid shenanigans with that, but it would just make climbing back up nigh impossible.
Well, here's a thought that I have.
That's from having to have everybody climb all the way down to the end and drop. If I can do it myself and leave all of you up there, and then when I'm back, have Sirach come fly down and get me or something, then everyone else can stay just above the water. But I'm trying to,
Yeah.
Well, here's a thought that I have. If you turn it to something that maybe Sirach can carry, and then Sirach just kind of carefully glides on down, you get down to the water, drops you in, whatever you are. If you could be big enough to kind of pick up the sword to come up.
I've got to be. If I'm small enough for him to carry, I won't be big enough to scare off anything else down there and get the sword. I've got to be something big enough to look defensible. I've got to be something big enough that if something comes swimming up, I can bite it. I can't just be a fish. That's one of the reasons I was going to be something speedy or like shark-like.
We don't know what's down there, so for now, I think we begin a climb, and then should we come across water, we can look at it, see if it's bubbly, see if there's a big scary Loch Ness monster, see if there's nothing, see if it's a dry well with a sword in it, and then see what goes from there. Yeah?
Yeah, that's fine. I have no problem with us getting as close as we can, but I don't want all of us drop and not be able to get back up if I can get away with it just doing it myself.
Then yeah, I will start climbing with climb speed.
Okay.
And then you said we would have enough rope to get down there, but just one rope.
Yeah. You'd be on one.
This should be fine.
Okay. As you guys are descending, Sirach, are you climbing? Are you flying? What are you doing?
I'll fly down.
Okay. Acrobatics check, please.
$10.
Okay. It's not graceful, but you're doing fine. Sirach, on your way down, you're moving a little faster than the rest of the group. You see the opening, the bridge gap, where this long tunnel, this well descent, opens up next to the prison. You can sort of dive bomb past it, try to go quickly and hope that you don't get seen. Because right now there's just kind of this rope hanging where there wasn't one before.
So can I, instead of dive bomb past it, can I stop right at near the top of the opening and kind of check to see if there's anyone around who is...
Yeah, make a perception check.
There we go. Finally, some good rolls.
Yeah.
17 plus a perception of 5, so that'll be 22.
Okay. There is a troll jailer, and there are people in the prison cells.
Is the troll jailer... Does he notice the rope?
He has not yet. So he's kind of he's a little fat. He's a little he's on the easy gig. He's on a big like bench chair. He's got his feet propped up and it's leaning back, right? And he's kicking one of the cell doors just to sort of taunt one of the people that is in there. And as he's doing this, he doesn't look like he's... If he gets up and walks around, he'll notice the rope. He has not done so yet.
So I have 2 plans. One, I can cast etherealness on myself. I step into the border between planes, and I just use that time frame to make it down. No one can see or hear me. And I can't be affected by anything. 2, I can cast silence. What is the distance from floor to ceiling in this area? Would it be 20 feet?
About, yeah, maybe a little less.
Okay, so if I cast silence on this area, I can go down and the rest of us can go down, and it won't make any sounds that would alert the guard.
You can do that.
And But if I do that, that kills our pass without a trace. So it's either silence where we won't make sound. So it's either silence where we won't make sound and we'll have advantage on stealth, and you guys will have advantage on stealth rolls as we go past there, or it's we have pass without a trace and you get +10 to the stealth rolls you make.
I think the only reason I would say keep the pass without a trace is because visual is still an issue here with the rope and stuff. And if you cast silence, that rules out any spell casting or communication of any kind.
Yep.
That's the only reason that I would.
I mean, it is only 20 feet.
It is only 20 feet. That's true.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot dome.
20-foot
sphere. Sorry.
That feels like a big enough spell to save for if we do start making noise, bubble him in silence. So he
exactly.
don't shout.
Yeah.
Up to you.
All right. Yeah. So I'm going to kind of let everyone else know up there that there is a jailer, but he hasn't noticed yet. And so we're going to have to move quietly and quickly. And then I'm going to go down.
Great. Everybody make me a stealth check, please.
And of course, +10. 14. 24.
21.
16.
38.
Yeah. Okay. Nicely done. You guys make your way down the ropes. You are moving a little faster than you had anticipated or wanted to, but you guys keep going. And right towards the end, you take the leap off of the rope and come splashing into the water. None of you take fall damage. It's a short enough dive. I'm not gonna do that, and I want to press on, to be honest. The water is relatively shallow. There seems to be not immediately under the drop. Immediately under the drop, it's actually about 20 feet deep. But you see towards the southern end, and there is a little bit of a current here. There are some underwater rivers that feed into this lake reservoir area and then continue to feed out. It's not fast, but you can feel the movement of it. The water is cold. This water has never seen sunlight, and while the volcanic glass might suggest that this was still an active geothermic site, the water tells you it's not, and it only belies that this is a place of magic more than of science. And so you can see that there is a little bit of an island just to the south, with sort of a porous corally rocks. As you guys hit the water and you start to look around the bottom of the water there, right where you fell, you see closer to the island there is something begins to glow, ever so slightly at first, but it gets a bit brighter, and then in the shadow of the brightness you see a large head, actually more of a snake-like body or two. It's casting multiple shadows, sort of twisting, and there's this large body mass there, I'd like everybody to flip for initiative, please.
Ah! No! Fight! 10.
I'm on an ace. Anybody get an ace? All right. Hydra's going to go first. Swimming up from the depths, with Dawnbringer wrapped in one of its mouths, sort of caught in its tooth, the blade like a toothpick beginning to glow. It comes swimming over about 30 feet. You guys are in about 10 feet of water right now. If you swim, I'm going to say about 10 feet, you can start to put your feet down, and then you start to lose the disadvantages of fighting in water. They are difficult. Sirach, you probably didn't hit the water. You probably were continuing to fly. So you're good to fly. Your speed is halved. For those of you that are in the water, the Hydra is going to make 4 attacks. So it is going to do one, and I can probably catch Sirach. Everybody gets a Hydra head.
Woo!
Hydra head for you and you and you.
Okay, Oprah.
You get a Hydra head. You get a Hydra head. 3 of those are 8s. The last one is a 15. And it's a +8 to hit. So, Clever Stitch, 16.
Meets it, beats it.
Fable, 16.
You said 16?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sirach?
Meets it, beats it.
Yep. And 23 for Talroth. So that is going. I'm just going to roll damage once for you guys because it's all the same. Ooh, that's not good. 15 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
For everyone? That's the same for everyone?
Everybody. Yeah. Just
I'm going to uncanny dodge that one.
down to 8. Okay.
No, that's I can't use bonus actions. I can use
Reaction.
reactions.
Yep.
Okay, then no, nothing here.
Okay. That is it for the Hydra. You're up.
Which head has the sword?
None of the ones that bit. The one that has the sword is actually like chewing at it.
It's the extra one. It's going to eat it.
It's the one it's in its tooth, and you can tell it's like it's trying to chew it up.
Is it possible for me to move to get to that head?
Yes, you can. You will take the opportunity attack.
How many? Just one, or?
One. You'll take one. One from the head that just bit you.
And just so I know for future, is it possible to get my sneak attack on any of these heads since we're all so close to each other, or is this more of a
No, I'll
not
give it.
really
I'll give it to you.
situation?
You're all there. Yeah, I'm fine with that. You are within 5 feet. I mean, technically it has a reach of 10 feet, but if it got to Sirach, then at least 3 of you are within 5 feet of it and threatening it. So, yeah, absolutely. Take the sneak attack. I just wanted to make sure
just trying to
reviewed the rules.
just trying to see what I can do first, and I forgot I can disengage as a bonus action.
You can.
So I will do that, disengage from here to move to the head that has a sword.
I'm going to say that's 5 feet of movement. Your speed while swimming is halved, I think, and so you have 10 feet after that. You will not take opportunity attacks, but you do get to the thing with the chumpy.
And I'm going to see if I can try to knock that sword loose.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and Mars knows not to cut the Hydra's head off, but
Sure.
Talroth, on the other hand, holy shit, big snake, cut the head off snake.
Multiple head
So-
snakes. Yep. So, you're just attacking to deal damage, right? You're not trying to call a shot on Dawnbringer. Okay, so go for it.
No, just
make the attack.
swinging.
Do it.
Would there be enough? It's like, would it be realistic to swing the double-bladed around, or?
You need the bonus action for the second attack, and you use your bonus action
Correct.
to disengage.
Yeah, so I can still just do the one attack. Okay.
Yep.
That is a 15.
A 15 barely hits.
Oof.
Oof. Big oof.
That is 18 slashing damage.
18 slashing damage. Okay. Nicely done. Tauroth, who's up next?
That's
Stitch is
me.
next.
for it.
This fucking sucks, but I have to back up and try and get out of the water so that I can shoot a goddamn bow.
Okay.
So
So you're
I'm gonna back up. Unfortunately, incur an attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that is a natural 19, so that's going to
Okay.
hit. That is going to be 7 plus... Sorry, monster got away from me. 7 plus 5 for 12 points of damage. And as you back up, you get your feet underneath you. You get... I'm gonna give you another 5 feet of movement. I'm gonna say you get like 20 feet. After you swam and then started walking, and so you're only in like ankle deep water right now.
Perfect. So I will, pull out the longbow, shoot.
Let's do it.
So let's see. I get 2 attacks. So attack number uno, and I'm gonna go ahead and make it a sharpshooter.
Okay.
So it's plus 4. That's a natural 19.
That'll
So a
hit.
23.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and make it a beguiling arrow.
Okay.
So it's 1d8 and 2d6 plus. Where the fuck? Oh, there it is. 1d8 and 2d6 plus 14. It's 6, 11, 25 points of damage. 6 of which were psychic.
Okay.
And then it is charmed by Sirach. If it fails a wisdom saving throw of DC 13.
Okay. So when it has multiple heads, it has advantage against being blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, stunned, or knocked unconscious.
Makes sense?
So the higher is 11. Its wisdom is 0. So it is charmed by Sirach.
So it is charmed by Sirach. So, yeah.
Okay.
And then
As you
Go
deal
ahead.
the 25 points of damage,
piercing damage.
that's a 3.5 thing. So, when a Hydra takes 25 or more damage in a single turn, not even a single attack, so a single turn, one of its heads dies. So, the head that pierces the arrow that pierces up into its brain of the one that you attack sort of flops and falls into the water, splashing. It gurgles, but it is twitching dead.
Lit. Alright, and so I'll attack it again.
Go for it.
Same thing, sharpshooter. That's a 15.
That does hit. Yeah.
Lit. Okay, and then 17 points of damage.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to second wind.
Okay. Sounds good.
Can I just make I just want to make sure, and if so, if we could switch something around. when something is charmed, it will stop being charmed when it is attacked
Yep.
by a friend.
So mine is actually that it stops being charmed if it is, if the ally that it is charmed by attacks the target, deals damage to it, or forces it to make a saving throw. Not anybody else, just you. So theoretically, you can like, run away and then hit it.
Or theoretically, I could, fly up and politely ask for a sword.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next?
Oh, Sirach.
Go for it.
Speak of the devil. I'm gonna fly up to the because the creature is charmed by me.
Not gonna attack you.
Not going to attack, so I'm gonna fly up and it's till it makes a saving throw, right?
Mm-hmm. Or is attacked,
Yes,
or
it's-
takes damage from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you attack it, you deal damage, or you force it to make a saving throw.
Yeah, if you're mean to it, it'll figure it out.
Yeah. What would I roll to try to get it to like? I'm gonna go up to the Hydra head that has the sword.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what would I roll to be like? Give me the sword.
Okay.
Would it be like animal handling or?
For a bonus action, why don't you roll either history or nature, and see what Sirach knows about hydras.
That missed. All right, so that's a 9 plus history, plus 1 either way. So it's a 10.
It's not smart enough to have a language, so you think animal handling is your best option.
All right, so I will handle some animals.
Okay, I'm going to call it a flat roll. While you are charmed by it, it is still fighting for its life, so it is confused, and while it may not want to attack you...
It's still being attacked.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think charmed actually gives you advantage, so let me see. All right, yeah, go for it. I'll give you advantage. Do it.
I will roll a second dice, but I rolled pretty well on the first one. All right, I will take the first one. That's 19 plus 2 for animal handling.
Okay. The Hydra sort of opens its mouth as you Chris Pratt clicked it. Yeah. As you raptor tame it. It opens its mouth. You can try to pull the sword out. I'm gonna say next turn as an action or bonus action because you used your actions.
Yeah.
Okay. Fable.
So just to be clear, only he is safe to move in and out of its area without getting attacked because
Correct.
he is the one being charmed by it.
Yep.
Great. Amazing. Well, fuck. Okay. I feel like that's a waste of a spell. Oh, but I can hurt it and do shit though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you can.
Yep. Just
I
anybody
can't.
but Sirach.
Great. I would like it to make a wisdom save, please.
Okay. And you're not moving away from it. You're staying where you're
No, I'm just staying where I'm at.
Hell yeah.
Fails.
Bonus action, I cast Mantle of Flame, by the way,
Okay.
on myself, just by the way. Great, I turn it into a goldfish.
Polymorph.
Sword gone, yeah.
Okay.
Challenge rating equal to or less than what it is, and it is big. So I'm just gonna turn it into a fish. And we can take the sword and fucking go.
Can I, as like a bonus action or like a reaction, try to catch the sword so it doesn't like fall down, pierce the goldfish, and then we have a Hydra again?
Oh, good God! Please don't give him those ideas!
I was actually going to ask the same thing.
Here's what I would like. Fable, roll me a percentile, because the sword is lodged in its mouth, in the mouth of one of the Hydras. So if it's big sword, tiny fish.
I know. I was hoping that it would be not that head that would turn into a fish.
Well, they're
like
all gonna come together. So,
never mind. I won't do that then.
No,
it's fine.
you're-
That's not worth the risk. It's not worth the risk for my only 4th level spell slot. That's okay.
But you didn't know. So roll
Yeah,
me.
you've already
roll
done
me
it.
a percentile, please.
41.
That's not that mouth.
There we go.
20 or below. That was the mouth you were. That was your
Yeah,
mouth.
1/5 chance.
Fuck yeah.
So somebody go catch the sword!
I tried it.
My movement! We all just converge!
You all go splashing into the water. I don't think any of you are close enough to. Oh wait, Sirach was. Make a
he's right
dexterity
there.
saving throw.
I was also right on that head too.
You
Yeah.
were on the.
All right,
that's
a
right.
17.
17. Sure. Yeah, you have to splash into the water to catch the sword.
Okay, but
You have to like dive bomb into it. Yeah, but you
holding it up
splash
in the sky.
Yes.
I got it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Yeah.
Dawnbringer
Amazing.
does begin to glow a light.
Take us to Olaroon, boy! Also, now that we have the thing, let's get out before the troll guard sees us. And also, we have two options, I feel like, of like, go back to the treasure room and then call and rob things. Or call him now and be like, turn on the thing. We've bought you 3 minutes.
No, we don't call him until we are at least out of this well.
Just making sure. Good.
Yeah.
But do we wanna send a message to the talking team?
You
We
don't have
can't,
the
we have-
ability to.
Oh,
We don't have the ability.
we gave him the other one. My bad.
Yep.
Okay. Athletics checks, climbing up.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me. Sorry. 16.
Same!
Hey!
You
Yay,
have
plus
advantage.
0 strength buddies.
But sure. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, with advantage? Fine. I'll still take the 16.
Yeah, 15.
Nice.
$12.
Well,
That's what I thought you mouthed, but I wasn't sure.
You guys
I
are
just
making
didn't
it
say
up.
loud enough.
It's more a judgment of like how fast, how well is this
Yeah.
going, right? Also, what is the duration of polymorph?
Until somebody
hour?
does
An
the
hour.
damage,
Yeah.
or
Or it
it's
takes
long.
damage.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
I'm like 90% sure that's an
Yeah.
hour.
I think it's
So
an
am I.
hour. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
1
Good.
hour. Yeah, 1 hour, or until it takes damage and hit points and all that crap.
Okay.
What's
Sounds
up,
good.
Taroth?
Like it would have
What-
stayed that. Yeah, it would have stayed that way until it got to 0 hit points. So
I got you.
yes, Talroth.
Yeah, as soon as we start getting into the hole, just grab the bag of holding open and put the sword inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smort.
Who has the sword?
I mean,
I picked it
Taroth
up,
did.
You did.
but I want to put it in a. I want to put it away.
You want to put it in the bag. Make me
Yeah.
a
ask it nicely.
okay.
Ask permission.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You're good at those. You're a ranger.
Yeah, but I don't. It's not. While I am a ranger, it's not one of the things that you get
Yeah.
proficiencies on.
I know.
So that's 11.
You hear this majestic feminine voice ring into the space. You all hear it. It actually speaks. It sounds, I would say,
You ever shush a majestic sword?
I mean,
That's how Sirach died. Does it sound like Judi Dench?
The patron sword of your friend.
maybe
Or Helen Mirren?
maybe Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren in red.
Yeah, something
I
along
kill
those
people,
lines.
darling.
Yeah. And tells you, I wouldn't do that.
I told you ask it nicely.
We're
But
trying to sneak you out.
we so
Where
we
was-
want to get you out of here as quickly and safely as possible and get you to Olaroon. And you don't think we should do that, do you?
You can't stifle the light of the Dawnbringer.
Okay, can I very politely ask Dawnbringer to to stifle its own light just as we make our escape, and then you can brighten up every corner of the world once we are out on the mountain, perchance?
Make a persuasion check.
Hey! Natural 20! -1 for a 19.
Wow.
Okay. Let's see. The opalite.
Oh, that beautiful dice.
Yeah.
Be my friend, Opal. Be my friend. Be my friend.
So 14. I
Don't
think
say +5.
its wisdom is not +5. No.
Okay.
No. Dawnbringer's charisma is its highest mental stat.
Correct.
Not its wisdom. So
Mhm.
I am going to say it dims its light. I will say it's close, right? It dims its light. It's casting like 5 feet of bright light, an additional 5 of dim light.
Okay, that's definitely a start. Should I call you Dawnbringer?
That is my name.
Wonderful. And I get the feeling you don't want me to let you go until I give you to Olarun. Am I right about that?
I have no terrible preference either way. I wouldn't put me in the bag.
No, but like if I had a sheath, I could put you in a sheath and we'd be good.
That would stifle my light.
Ah, of course
Well,
it would.
No stifling.
What about a quiver? It's not quite stifled. There's still a hole.
Right at
for
the top.
Right
Right
at the
on
top.
top.
For the
Make a
light to
persuasion
go up.
check.
Fable is gonna slowly start ice crafting with using my racial ability of shape ice once per day. A see-through ice scabbard sheath.
Okay.
A natural 19 for
Just
a 19.
By the way,
Okay.
Hey.
that she'll hold out to the team like, hey, if she's looking
Quiver.
just here, by the way.
Okay. So to Talroth, what are you offering in this instance?
Since I see what's happening,
Mm-hmm.
I know better. I'm gonna keep climbing up the hole just to be a lookout.
Okay, sounds good. So here are your options. You can put it in the ice sheath, and it will cast 5 feet of dim light unless it decides to start being brighter. You can stick it in the quiver, in which case it'll cast probably 20 feet of bright light, but in like a hooded lantern
Spotlight.
fashion.
Just straight up.
That signal. We'll make it the Olarun signal. We'll put wings on the top.
So it's up to you guys.
I feel like the ice sheath with 5 feet of dim light.
Plus, I made it an aesthetic.
It's probably
pretty,
better.
and it's still see-through, so she's not being stifled
But
and she can see the world.
I do love a
The
fucking
bat
Dawnbringer
signal?
spotlight.
Yo,
I love that.
It's
But the
great.
dim light is probably
Listen,
mechanically a smarter idea.
listen, this feels like a good idea if we have to aim the light at the beholder later like a laser pointer. We
The
can do
beholder
that.
does not-
But let's save that for a last resort when we're not sneaking. If we have to
Alternatively-
draw attention to the light, we'll put it in the quiver and aim it.
Alternatively, we tell Olarun about this brilliant idea, and we do make an Olarun symbol.
Thing.
So that if he gets lost, he
It's
can just Olarun signal up.
New plan. We're scrapping the rest of the
So-
campaign and we're just gonna be vigilantes in Gotham. Except we'll let them know we're coming ourselves.
So she,
So I'm going to, at this point, because we have the bag of holding, I'm going to take off the blades of House Sylvain, and I'm going to put them in the bag of holding,
Okay.
and I'm going to affix my brand new ice sheath with Dawnbringer.
Mhm.
And when she talks, we can all. She's just talking out loud,
Currently,
right?
yes, she is
All
just
right.
talking out loud. You are not attuned to her, so that's why you're not. It's not speaking to you psychically.
Okay, beautiful. And I was like, all right, cool. And you're comfortable in there?
Comfortable enough.
Wonderful. Okay, so the next place that we're going through, it's the jail cell, and there's a troll in there, a big fat troll. So we got to get past him. So we're gonna try to do that. Just and you, I think there should be enough room as long as we stay with the dim light. I think we should be able to. I think we should be able to get up perfectly fine.
Okay. As you guys are making your way up, roll me stealth checks.
I would like to point out this is the first time that my racial ability of the ice has been useful this entire campaign. And I'm glad it was for an aesthetic. So
Yeah.
from now on, I'm just making ice sculptures with that ability. Nothing practical or tactical at all. It's just going to be pretty things once a day.
Cody, I do want to let you know when I got hit with the
Bite.
the Hydra, the bite. That was 15, so I rolled a concentration. I rolled an 8 plus 2 for my con save.
That's enough.
Which gave me a 10.
Yep.
So we should still
Perfect.
have Pass Without a Trace still up.
Thank you for doing that.
I just wanted to let you know.
Yep. What do we roll?
21!
32.
27.
More than enough. Talroth?
38.
There you go.
Why did we ask?
I know. That's fine. Hey man, he gets to say a big number every time he does it, so that's fine.
Exactly.
Like that's.
Exactly.
Say it. Tell us the number. That you earned it. Go for it.
Play it again, Sam.
Say it, Warlock. Say the thing.
Yeah. Say it, Rogue. Say it.
I lost my gear in that first tower and got a cloak out of it. I am making use of this cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yes.
No. Yeah. No one's upset with you about it. You guys do make it past the troll. You make it back up into the armory. You can hear the voices of your allies that are in the central chamber. It's difficult to make out what's happening, and with the mirrors that are in that central chamber, you don't want to run the risk of descending down there to accidentally tip people off. Okay? But you can maybe send them a little signal or something down the tube to be like, hey, we got it. You know, if you would like to, you can. You do not have to.
Can I just, what if we quietly whistled the Mockingjay? Like...
Impossible,
that-
because I will clearly go into Lugia's theme song from Pokemon Movie 2000, and that'll be impossible to help.
That's accurate. But I feel like if it came down to it, we could whistle to, like, Saride a song that she knew. Stitch has an idea.
No, we're just
Oh.
near the magic armor.
You are
Yes.
back. You are back around the magic items. Yes.
I mean, now is the time. I feel like we can call him and say, hey guys, we got this, let's go. And we start making distractions and rob the place blind on our way out. Like, this is the time. This is the time. We got what we came for. Let's go.
You had mentioned before all those traps are pressure plate traps, right?
Yeah.
Essentially. And like spikes and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's safe to reason that those would make a fair bit of noise, especially if these are mechanical alarms.
They're not alarms. There's some. I will say. Here's what I'll say. You guys could grab some stuff. The more stuff you grab, the more likely you are going to be found out. Okay, and so I'm also going to say, well, we'll say the troll by happenstance finds the rope. Okay, it's going to take him a while. You can't stay here and spend an hour disarming all the traps and collecting
Sure.
everything.
Well, we also, the
Absolutely.
longer we're here, we don't want them getting...
Right.
I was
So-
planning on robbing as part of the distraction chaos.
Sure, and so go ahead, Talroth. What were you going to ask?
The thought I had was going back to something that Sirach had mentioned before about the silence spell.
Okay.
The one question I have with it, if he casts silence on something, does it move with that object, or is it just locked in place?
No, it's locked in place.
Wait, no, I'm
A
pretty sure if
silence
you
locks in
cast it on
place, I
an
believe.
item-
No, it is. For the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere Centered on a point you choose within range, any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage. Da 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 da. So it says centered on a point.
It's a point. It's not like the light spell where it's
No,
cast
it's a
on an
point in
object.
space.
Because
Yeah.
if you cast it on a person and they move out of the sphere, they can cast again.
Right.
It would be broken if you could cast it on a thing that moved.
I.e., a spellcaster. Who
Like
could then
Archmage,
never cast a
silence,
spell.
shut up. Like, yeah.
Yeah, because I was just wondering if it had changed from 3.5 when it could be cast on a person.
Same.
Right. So not on a person. It's cast on an area, not on an object.
So, if we cast silence near some of those magical objects and try to encompass where the traps would come up, and use something like a rope or a mage hand or something to yank as many things as we could, with that silence spell up, would that buy us a couple minutes to just yank things without having to start the traps and worry about the alarm?
So
Nice.
I will say yes, you will still need to make a check, essentially a sleight of hand check, to put the rope on whatever you're gonna yank, because tying a rope on something can adjust the pressure and accidentally trigger it in the process, right? So, but yes, it would buy you enough time to grab stuff. Okay. Here is the way I would like to handle that. You guys can take up to. There's 8 people in your party. I'll let you take up to 10 things. Okay. I will roll randomly for what they are, because you're not
thank you.
100% sure if they're magic. You don't know necessarily what is valuable, but you're gonna do your best guess. Okay.
Okay.
Every time you do it, you make a sleight of hand check, and if it goes wrong, somebody takes damage. Okay. Which is only really a bad thing if somebody goes unconscious, and there you go.
Even then,
And
We
even
didn't
then,
really
I
get
have
hit
heal
much.
spells.
We didn't really get hit much in that last fight because it was over very quickly.
You guys did a
So
great
we
job.
should all be fine
Yeah.
to do. Yeah,
Okay.
we
perfect.
played smart.
Okay. Just roll me a series. I'm guessing Tauroth is doing all the sleight of hands, or are all of you attempting to do it to get it done quicker?
I will do at least one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
I'll take one.
necessarily-
I can
yeah.
take one.
So everybody roll me a sleight of hand.
Great. Ooh, natural 19.
Okay.
16 plus 7 for is that 23?
Plenty. DC
21.
DC is 16, 17, 18, and 19, depending on what it is. So
Nice.
as long as you're rolling above those, you're good.
Okay.
Got it.
So I'm good then.
I'm sure.
26.
Yeah, but you get to say the number, so I'm gonna let you say the number.
Say the number, rogue.
Okay, so you all are working quickly. You're grabbing stuff. You're like, I think I've seen stuff like that. Looks magical. We'll check it out later. Do it again.
$29.
Good.
23.
Great.
9 plus 7 for 16.
16.
19.
19. Okay. The two of you that rolled 16 and 19. Sirach, you can take damage and get an item, or you can take no damage and get no item.
Take damage, get an item.
Okay. Fable, you can take damage and get what you think is a better item.
Absolutely. Yes.
Great.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
Okay.
do that. Give me the damage.
So you're both going to take 15 points of piercing damage.
Done.
Okay. And you guys can roll again. Each of you. We'll just everybody do 3, and maybe there'll be some art objects. Maybe there'll be something else.
Cool.
23.
24.
21.
30.
All right. You guys grab as much as you can, and are robbing him blind.
And at the beginning, I cast silence, obviously.
Yes. Yeah. Well done. Every time.
Touch, I get a feeling.
And every
Hold
time
on.
we kiss, I swear I can fly.
What's your spell save DC?
Me?
No, Sirach.
13, but that shouldn't affect this.
I know, but it's something special. So
I don't like
Dispel
special.
magic.
So you cast silence. You guys are grabbing stuff. Nothing is making noise, but Sirach, you realize every time like there's one point in which you're going. Maybe you went to grab a bow or a sword or a weapon of some kind, and when you do, you hear a sort of haughty.
Homegirl judging our choices.
Oh my God,
Because
she.
you're picking up a weapon. And she's
It's
like,
not
I'm
for
better
him.
than that. What the fuck?
We can't all have sentient sword girlfriends, okay?
Can I make a big fucking show about putting this thing that I've just picked up in the bag of holding with like a look of disgust on my bird face?
Sure. Make a performance check.
Oh, good. Oh my God! Why? Natural 20, -1 for a 19.
Sirach, it's the best performance you're ever going to do in your life.
Yeah.
Oh my God! My best performances are convincing a sword that I'm okay with it. Jesus.
Hell yeah.
It is time for you guys to make
My
your.
soon-to-raise sword girlfriend.
It is time for you guys to make your ascent.
Yep.
Up and out you go. This one does have traps. 5 traps. I'm going to say after the time it takes for you guys to do the robbing, probably about now is when the alarm has gone off and things are beginning to really heat up. What do you got, Talroth?
As we finished with there and started running out, I would have taken the sending stone and just whispered to Awful, "We got our stuff. We're making a break."
Okay. And he triggers the trap. That's right. Yeah, I forgot he was waiting on you. So yes.
Oh yeah.
As you guys are going up, you can try to. How are you going up?
I am chugging a potion of climbing so I can at least make it a little easier. So I can just, as soon as I get to the trap, start jamming it open, disabling it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're gonna, because she AFK'd for just a second, we're gonna force feed a potion of climbing to Fable.
Okay. So
And
you guys,
also, Sir Rock's going to take a potion of climbing as well.
oh really? You're not going to fly? Okay.
With the beat up wing, I don't want to take a chance of falling down.
Okay.
And then I would like to help Talroth with the traps if possible, just to try and get through them quicker.
Yeah. Let's do it. So go ahead and make me thieves' tools checks, each of you.
I can help out too. I am proficient.
Go for
in
it.
thieves'
Yeah.
tools.
Roll one.
25.
Great.
26.
Great.
17 plus 3 for 20.
You guys are clipping through these first 3. The next 2 are coming up. You know the grade is on the last one. Go ahead and roll. Each of you roll again.
19.
Modified
24.
Modified 20 and a 24. Okay. DC on the last 2 is 20. So you guys are on a 19 and 20. You have the 24. Here's what I'm going to say. As you're making your way up and out, you can see and hear people are coming up beneath you, right? It's not the beholder, but it's like guards, trolls, things like that. Okay. And the last trap is that big grate, chompy trap. And Clever Stitch and Sirach, you guys are the ones working on it. Talroth, you were at the trap below. You're having to like hold it open, right, and jam it to keep it in place so it doesn't sever the rope. And Fable's getting up past it. You're pulling the stuff that you have with you. As you guys go jumping through the last one, you can take the time to finish the last trap, so that you can. Here's what you're worried about. You can break it, and it'll just be open. Or you can take the time and do it slow, so you can close it behind you. Or you can just risk it and jump through, take some damage, and let it close behind you.
I'll take the time because I can. And he'll go. I can catch up.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I think we forgot something, and I just want to be sure. We have the weighted net. Were we supposed to throw that down somewhere to stop the beholder movement, or no?
If it was
No,
coming
the
up
weighted net
after
was-
you.
Yeah.
No.
If it was coming, in that case, can I, or can we attempt to throw this weighted net down on the trolls that are coming up after us to
Sure.
impede them?
Yeah. You drop the net.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I did my.
There you go. The net goes tumbling down. They make some dex saves to see natural 1, natural 5, natural 5, and then a natural 19. One dude gets away.
Wow.
One dude's like, ah! Okay, so you take the time to finish rigging the trap. You guys get to the outside. It is getting dark. You have a rough climb down the mountain. Here's what I would like, because you're trying to get as far away as fast as possible. Your ropes are threadbare. You've had to leave some behind. Your rope of climbing is there, but it's been used a lot. It's starting and on those rocky shoals. You know how dangerous it is. Here's what we're gonna say. Everybody roll me a percentile and a d20.
$77 and 11.
Okay.
70 and 17.
Okay.
I shit you not. 44 and 4.
Okay.
65 and 3.
Okay. None of you are below a 39. So, I'm going to say your armors that you're wearing get shredded on the way down. You can buy some more. Right? You take some scrapes, you take some bruises, you take some cuts. You gather up another 6 bits of glass, obsidian glass. But you guys make a hasty retreat, fast enough so that those that would be pursuing you are unable to, and you avoid capture for the time being. You guys begin to head to the rendezvous point. It's been a couple of days, and we'll say that you make your way back to Vlodensravik. Do you guys want to roll to identify your items tonight? Or do you want to... Because we got 10 minutes left.
Yeah, tonight. Let's
You wanna do
go.
it tonight?
I want shiny.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all
I
right.
did have one small question.
Sure.
Would it have been possible, at least on the way down, if we were having to kind of like kick and break some of the obsidian to sail down with it, that it could have gotten some larger chunks?
Sure. Yeah, roll me a d4 for larger chunks.
Roll for Chunky.
4.
There you go. I'll give you, 4 daggers, 2 short swords, or a long sword worth of obsidian. It's up to you.
Okay. So it's like about that much worth of it. Okay.
Yeah. So you can either get it in 4 dagger-sized chunks, you can get it in 2 short sword length chunks, or you can get it in 1 longsword length chunk.
Oh, make an obsidian longsword.
Up to you.
Yeah, I'll go for like the longsword size chunk, like something nice and hefty.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's big, it's heavy, it's sharp. Absolutely. Nicely done.
Magic obsidian longsword for treasure.
Okay. Let me see. How do I want to do this? Table rolling. Rolling on tables.
Woo woo! Table rolling.
Table rolling. Do. So we will see what the fallout for the rest of the team is. And while you guys were unable to grab any gems, you were able to grab at least some magic items, potentially some art.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you guys are feeling a little threadbare, which I understand. Let me check some magic item tables real quick. And okay. Everybody roll me I guess roll me 3 percentiles each. You each grab 3 items, right?
Hell yeah.
Should we just say them one at a time, or?
Well, yeah. I gotta go slow. I gotta go one at a time here. So.
So, Matthew, Caitlin, Sirach, me then, just to keep it in easy order.
just in order, please. Yep.
Okay. So the first one is a 99.
Oh, okay.
Starting out strong.
Yeah.
Dunks.
29. Okay. Yeah. Sure. You grab a book. You grab a Tome of Leadership and Influence.
All right.
God damn, those things are.
Those are fun.
Those are
Really fun.
great.
Neat.
Who's next?
95 was my first one.
Nice.
Okay. Wand of Fireballs.
Nice.
I'm assuming Matthew is writing things down.
Yes, I am.
Thank you.
Sirach.
55.
That is a... That's the way I should do it. Got it.
I agree.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I have trust in you.
Thanks. I like it. Adamantine half plate.
All right.
Nice.
So
Dalroth?
between that and the scale mail, wow. And I got a 63 for the first roll.
Okay. 63 is... a Wand of Web.
Cool. All right. 86.
86. Okay. 86 is going to be a fine decorative suit of leather armor. It is not magical, but it does have a value of 1,000 gold pieces.
Nice. All right.
Fable.
21.
You grab a fine dagger that is going to be worth 600 gold pieces.
43.
Okay. Back to magic item land. That is going to be a javelin of lightning. An oldie but a goodie.
I can hear Meg screaming from across all of Orlando. I can goddamn hear it.
That's what that. She lives pretty close by. That's what that sound was.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good to
yeah,
know.
yeah. That was it. Dalroth,
I thought it was a second shuttle launch. I got confused.
19. Okay. $19 is an arrow-catching shield.
All right, last one for me is a 45.
Okay. 45. Glamored studded leather.
Ooh. And my armor just got shredded on the way down.
Girl, so do mine.
You already have a thing that makes you invisible. Like,
Fable.
Tweet! Tweet!
69.
Hey.
Nice. Literally wrote in chat, Meg, I want the spear.
I knew she fucking would. I
She
knew she
can't even
would.
use it. She's like, I need it.
Yeah,
Specifically because
it's a
of
status
what it
symbol
is.
at that point.
Yes.
It is going to be a ring of resistance against. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Against. Acid damage.
Acid, you
Yep.
said?
Yep,
Thank you.
Oh, is it me next?
it is.
My bad. 89.
Okay.
What's that? More glamour-studded leather. Well, all right.
If I must, I suppose.
Okay. Sorry. That's dumb. No. It is going to be a necklace of adaptation.
All right.
Nice.
So nice.
That's one of those, you wear that and then you're good
You
in
can
any
breathe
environment.
in anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Talroth?
98.
Ooh.
Vorpal rapier.
You are the only one who is that lucky.
You guys earned that. You guys did puzzles. Like
That's
real
true.
puzzles. Like, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. That's okay.
80,000 gold pieces.
All right, you have a choice. You can grab a quiver, or you can grab a wand.
I don't want to influence your decision, but two of the people in this party right now have a very vested interest on one of these options.
To be fair, one of them has a very, very vested interest in wands, too.
Yeah, very true.
Maybe it's the quiver of holding. Those things are always cool. I've always wanted, like,
I would have gone for the
idea
quiver.
behind
Just
them.
for scientific reasons and research, what would it be like to have a quiver of holding? Yeah.
Quiver,
Yeah.
yeah, so
You're like-
quiver of Alona.
Yeah, you can like hold 5 spears in them. What?
Yeah.
And
I don't
also like 70 arrows. It's wild.
Wait, so what does this thing do?
It's,
What is it
it's
called
like a
again?
quiver of holding.
Yeah.
And I think you can make a bonus action arrow attack with it, if I'm not mistaken.
It's never empty. Is it the one I had at midnight?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never empty.
Well, no, that was a midnight feature. You can
Oh, okay.
put a bunch of
Quiver of-
arrows in it.
Yeah, Quiver of
It's-
Alona has each of the quiver's 3 compartments connects to an extra dimensional space that allows the quiver to hold numerous items while never weighing more than 2 pounds. Shortest one can hold up to 60 arrows, bolts, or similar items. Mid-sized one can hold up to 18 javelins. And the longest one can hold up to 6 long objects, such as bows, quarterstaffs, or spears.
It's pretty much a bag of holding, but as a quiver.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's do a. I'm gonna dig up the midnight. The midnight quiver. That gives you. It's like the quiver of quickness or something like that. Lets you make a ranged bonus action attack.
I think he was saying that's what this one does too.
No, I had it mistaken.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys got some good stuff. Let me think on the quiver. It'll be a quiver of something. It'll be cool. That's all I know.
Cool.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out. It is 11 o'clock. We were thinking about doing a midnight Tasha's everything release with Cole tonight. So check back in, see if we do that. It might be pretty short. I don't know. So, but thanks for hanging out. We love you guys. We're gonna see you guys next time. But until then, be cool.